You gotta get in there. Hey, get in there. Hey, big girl, won't you bag it up? Hey, won't you bag it up, bitch? That's what the fuck I'm working on, nigga. Greatness. 85 Corvette. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Oh, man, I think he bought it back in the 80s. He had it painted purple, which I'm gonna tell you why it's a bad idea in a minute. First thing about it, it's an official pace car. You can't see the badge, but it's official. Digital dash, you know, all the amenities back in the 80s. I call it Star Command. 350 TPI, two important injection. 350 was hard to come by in the 80s due to the oil crisis aftermath. They put them in a couple IROC-Z's toward the 90s. But 305s was the thing in the 80s, and they wouldn't put out a number with 200 horsepower, 250 at the most. With TPI, you can get two important injection with 305 too, but the bitches was like bricks compared to the 90s. I mean 80s, 70s when you can get 455s and big blocks to 400 horsepower. By the 80s, you lucky to get a V8 with 200 horsepower if you got a V8. Cause most GM was doing 3.8 V6s and Iron Duke 4-cylinders. So a vet with V8, you was getting top notch, baby. That's why I made an article about Fieros, cause they're scared Fieros gonna knock these bitches out the ballpark. Especially when they upgraded the Fieros to V6s in 86, 87. And now you got people dropping LS motors and Fieros, which is knocking these bitches out the ballpark. And why do you think the new vet is mid-engine? Because it's a good idea of weight distribution. See, Fiero could take LS motors because it was a rear drive, but basically only because the motor was in the back. So it's like a front wheel drive setup, but it's in the rear, so it's still valid. You got a Cadillac transmission, which is transverse, which basically means it could take a sideways V8 because it's a sideways trans. You put that in the back of something like this, it's gonna move. You got plenty of room. So it said the Fiero was one of the only GM, one of the few and only ones that I know of that could take a 4-cylinder, a V6, and a V8. You know, they came with Iron Dukes, which is one of the first 4-cylinders with GM, made by Pontiac. Then they upgraded them to 2.8 V6 in 87, which is essentially one of the first incarnations of the 3.1, which became 3.4 and became the 3.5, 3.9 high value engine that we see today in Impalas and whatnots. But you know, people put the most common swap for a Fiero is a 3800 swap.